Hey anime peeps, it is Rachel from the Otaku Review and Kawaii Cosplay. Hope you're doing all well and hope you've had a good recovery from MCM. Been a week already, can't believe it, and I've just had such an amazing time. I've met up with old friends, met new friends, and it's just been a great weekend as always. I haven't had a chance to look at any of my purchases and figures that I bought, so I'm just going to do just a quick haul review, and I'll try and be as quick as I can. As quick as I can, because I have bought quite a lot. So I'm just going to go through some figures, go through some manga, go through some other little bits and pieces, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching it anyway. I will post some pictures up of the figures on my page, the Otaku Review, just so you can see all the details and just appreciate them. So I'm gonna just go for a review anyway, so I hope you enjoy. So just gonna go through some manga that I bought, and I bought a couple of my favourites. So I bought numbers 11, 12 and 13 of Assassination Classroom, which is an amazing series. So if you haven't watched Assassination Classroom before, I would recommend it. Basically, main plotline is a military government experiment who's a tentacle monster, goes awry, blows up half the moon, threatens to blow up the world if he, unless he is allowed to be a teacher for a year for a Japanese school. If they can kill him and assassinate him, then yep, they win, because otherwise it's a bit of a sore loss anyway, because he didn't realise that he'd self-destruct at the end if they didn't kill him. So it was very heart-wrenching after 2 series, and it was just so good, and I'm really looking forward to the movie that's out next year, which is set I think 7 years after the original end of season 2, so it is a good watch. Also, I got One Punch Man Volume 9, sorry. Viz had it a couple weeks earlier for release, so it's an MCM early release exclusive, so I was very happy. If you've watched One Punch Man, if I wouldn't recommend going past the manga if you want to wait for season 2 up to book 8, because it goes on to a lot of plot points and characters that wasn't featured in the first series. And my fiance has highly enjoyed One Punch Man, and I'm so glad. And his mate Ruben loves it as well. And he also wants to plan a cosplay from it, so I'm very happy. I got a few other books. When I was on Expo on Sunday, I promised I wouldn't make any extra purchases. What did I do? I made extra purchases. But it was worth it, to be fair, for my collection, as I found a store selling Parasite. And I've been after these books for so long, and I got book 5, book 6, book 7 and 8. 7, 8. And I only need 2 more, and I've got the whole series, and I would highly recommend it if you do love horror anime. It's just so good. I did buy season 2 of the anime on DVD, but my mate Ruben wanted to borrow it off me, and I did promise him when I got it he could borrow it, so I have to wait another week or so before I get that back. A couple of manga I bought. I got Platinum End, which is by the creator of Death Note, and I'm going to give that a read today because I want to read it when I have to go out. So it's very highly recommended on Facebook. Also got Volume 9 of Tokyo Ghoul because I love Tokyo Ghoul, and also got a exclusive variant book of the Neo Parasite, which is basically kind of like a fan manga sort of book, but it also has a article by one of the actual the Parasite artist himself, which is really good, and some of the artwork is stunning in this book. So yeah, this is definitely a keeper. Just on to a couple of DVDs I bought. I got Nozuki-kun, or Monthly Girls Nozuki-kun. I got this as a freebie when I rejoined with Neo, so I'm going to give this a watch. I have only watched the first episode. I'm not really into full romancy stuff, but I'm going to give it a go. And also bought Bakuman Season 1, again done by the creator of Death Note. This is a really good insight anime into the manga publishing industry, and yeah, main protagonist, his uncle passed away from illness. He was a very high valued manga writer, and he wanted to sort of carry on the family business in a way, but the only problem was he could draw but he couldn't write stories. So he got his buddy from school who's a awesome writer, and they basically create a really popular manga series, and it's all the trials and tribulations of getting through publicity and public votes and other artists, and it's just so good, and I would highly recommend that. Just onto some of the figures I've purchased. I got a lot of girly figures, and I got a lot of male oriented figures like Dragon Ball Z. mostly Dragon Ball Z, to be fair. So I'm just going to show you what I got. Most of this, heads up guys, is nearly from the Bandai stand, because basically me and my fiance Adam and his mate Ruben, we all got our bands early on Thursday night because they're doing that now. Friday we walked straight in, which was lovely, and first stand we hit was Bandai, and they had these baskets full of figures for £5, for £10 and £50. As soon as I saw them, I was over to them like a rocket. Figures were flying everywhere, people were burning through the baskets, and I got a couple just over the couple of days that they refilled them, and it kind of went down, and I found some figures that I didn't find on the previous day, so I was happy. So anyway, on to the purchases. I got the Crane King Van Presto Pretty Sailor Moon Girls Memories Chibi Moon. This was £15, so that was a really good price, and it's just such an adorable figure of Chibi Ursa, or smaller lady as they say in the anime. Looking cute and big and pretty, and I do love this figure so much. There's only a little bit of a paint issue on her transformation pendant, but it's just so adorable, so she'll be going with my Sailor Moon collection. And also on the Sailor Moon, I also got the K-Pottle Doll Sailor Moon series, and I got these three lovely ladies. So I got Mars, Sailor Moon and Venus. Unfortunately I missed out on Jupiter. Someone grabbed it before I had a chance to get it, and they didn't have Mercury. But these are really cute, and they go for about sort of £10 to £15 on online, so I was really pleased to get these, as they are very pretty. And also, this was a unsuspected figure I found on a Bandai stand. It was a Cardcaptor Sakura Collector series of her in her school uniform and rollerblades. And I didn't think I would ever find a Cardcaptor figure on a Bandai stand, but I found one. And this one alone goes for about £20 to £30. So for £5, that was an absolute steal. They did have her brother and his friend. I can't remember the names. It's been such a long time. I remember the English dub names. But I wasn't really interested in them. I really wanted Sakura for my collection. And then on to the Dragon Ball figures I bought so many of. I got the Trading Crane King series of Lord Beerus and Vegeta in the Whis training armour. And I do love Lord Beerus. He's just such an amazing character, and I understand the collection. So that is Lord Beerus looking all ominous and grumpy. And there is Vegeta with a lovely gold metallic sheen on his armour. I do love that, because normally it's just plain yellow, but I do love the gold look. And I love his boots. I'd kill for boots to wear like that every day. Oh, excuse me, I'm not touching inappropriate play. I'm not doing that. And yeah, so it's just a really nice figure. Basically you just put them back to back, so it kind of looks like they're having a little bit of a face off, but it's just so cool. They did have Champa, but the variant with him is Goku, but I would have really liked it more if they had Vados, because I cosplayed her Saturday and Sunday, and there's so less figures of Vados. There's only the World's Trading figure and the Figure Arts square figure that's coming out, but they haven't announced the date yet, which is just so good. I keep looking at pictures online. Anyway, onto the World Trading figures, which just mentioned. I got a couple. I got Mecha Frieza, daddy, Godaberific, which I do love, because Frieza is probably my second favourite villain. My first favourite would have to be Cell, and I'm not liking the new villain in Super at all. I cannot stand Zamasu. I hate him so much. But no, Perfect Cell would definitely be my fave, but I couldn't find any figures of him, unfortunately. My fiance, though, did get a really nice Masterpiece figure on the Bandai stand for super cheap, which was pretty cool. Anyway, we have the other Lord Frieza. This one I traded with my fiance because he bought a larger figure of this in the same pose, so he didn't want two. So I swapped with my second form Frieza, which is pretty sweet. And I do love the metallic sheen on this figure. It's so nice. That's from the Revival of F movie series. Speaking of the same movie, I also have Bomoose, or Bulma. She's looking a bit grumpy, but I like this figure anyway because I am starting a Bulma collection, which is pretty cool. Sorry about the blurriness on my camera. I have the Kaioshin, this one. My fiance actually bought me this one as a little present he was going to give to me at Christmas, but because I had a bit of an incident at Expo and I was a bit down about it, he gave it to me as a little cherry present. So that was really, really cool, and I do think he's pretty cute as well. So that's from the Super Series variants, Volume 1. And on to my favourite ones, I've got Jumper-sama, with his big fat tummy and looking all chubby. And I also got Vados! This was the first one I found in the basket, and I was just so happy when I found this for a £5. Believe me. And she's got a staff. The only problem is it keeps bending and it keeps going a bit droopy on the staff, but I have to get some blue tack and I'll tack it into place. So she looks really, really cool. And I did get loads of positive feedback from cosplaying this character. I did get called Weiss 47 times over the weekend, which really kept getting on my wick, but to be fair, a lot of them probably haven't watched Super, like Adam said, so they probably didn't know who the character was. They recognised the staff and they recognised the halo. I could say halo now because we've been classed as an angel, not as a god or anything. So yeah, I was really, really happy. So I love Vados. And also I had to get Beerus eating a strawberry from the Revival of Ash series. And I couldn't get Beerus without Wheeze. And he's enjoying the pudding. I do love this set because I would love if it came with the bowl of the strawberry ice cream that Bulma gave them, but unfortunately it doesn't. So I might be creative and get a little doll's house bowl and some fake whipped cream sort of stuff you can get for decorating phones and make up my own little pudding bowl to go between them. And onto my favourite World Training figure I got Lord Frieza in his hoverpod doing a Death Ball attack. And the reason I had to get this one was so I could put him on his ship. Look at this! Isn't this freaking amazing? This is actually, again, a World Trading Figures, and this was £15 on the stand. And as soon as I saw this poking out, I had to jump out of the queue and grab it, and I was so lucky. So it's just so cool, and all the detailing on the hinges as well, and there's all the variants. I really do want Zamasu next, and that's probably the one on my Christmas list. So that was really cool. And the even cooler thing is, obviously, you can put Lord Frieza on the ship. Oh, it looks so cool. Super Saiyajin. Oh no, Lord Frieza! So that was one of the favourites off the Bandai stand. But yeah, that's definitely my favourite World Trading Arts figure. That's just the detail on the face is just so cool. And on to the last two figures of my big purchases. I got a Sega exclusive Hatsune Miku figure from Neon Martian, who is a Swindon-based anime figure company, and he's a great friend of mine and always recognises me whenever I'm in costume at MCM Expo. So he did this for me for £24, which is an absolute steal. So this is a hefty figure as well. And obviously it's so weighty that you have to stand the ponytails up to keep the figure standing. And this was awesome. I had to buy this because I was originally going to get a Hatsune Miku Square Enix figure. It was £65. And my mate Ruben bought one. And then I was umming and ahhing, money, and of course I left it too late and they all sold out. So I kind of bought this as an alternative. And this is one of my other favourite large resin figures. It is a Tokyo Ghoul figure of Keniki Ken in his Ghoul mode. And this figure is just so ridiculously boss, guys. This actually has two alternative heads. So it has his standard version head with the one ghoul eye and human eye, and then his mask version. But personally, I prefer this. I got this for £45 and it was just so cool. I just couldn't leave it. I got it reduced from 50, so that was a pretty good deal. That's one thing I'm starting to do at MCM now is haggle. Always haggle. I watch Bargain Hunt, I know how to haggle. And just also a couple of little things I got. Autograph wise, I got Bryce Paperbrooks autograph from Attack on Titan and Mika's device. I was so happy. It only cost me £3 to get. It was so cool. And Bryce Paperbrooks loved my Vados costume, and I was just so geeking out. And because obviously he does a few other voices I like. He does Staz from Blood Lad, and he does Melonius from the Seven Deadly Sins, which I've gotten into so much thanks Netflix. And I can't wait for season 2 to be dubbed. So yeah, that was very, very good. And obviously on the DBZ meet on the Saturday, Mizuko X from Team 4-Star was there, and he was handing out cards, and I got his autograph, and I got loads of pictures with him geeking out. Look at the muffin! Look at the muffin! So that is going to be framed and go in my DBZ collection, along with my Sean Sherman autograph I've got just there. And this is just a random picture I had done with my mate Harriet, Manga Girl, who's on YouTube. And we had a Tekken fight picture taken together, me as Rip Van Winkle and her as herself. And we got one each, so that's going to be my new banner on my YouTube channel when I get to scan it. That's pretty much it for all my major purchases, guys. I'm glad I got through it as quick as I can. The only downside I had to MCM was I bought some goodie bags. As you can see, I've got a giant One Punch Man bag here. And I bought two. I had an Amaru bag and the One Punch Man, and they were meant to be £20 each. And they were selling them off cheaper on Sunday before closing. And I paid £15 for the two bags, which I thought was going to be good, because promises were figure, t-shirt, badge, stationery, and various other items. And I did not get £15 worth, guys. I got shit. Excuse my language. In the One Punch Man bag, I had 4 cheaply printed posters, a door sign, which I don't even know what it says. I have no idea. If you can translate that for me, that would be great. A cheap plastic thin ruler which could snap, and a badge of Janos and Satayama. That was all I got in that for that. And the Amaru bag was even more disappointing. Again, I had 4 cheap printed posters and a single cat ear. One cat ear. And it was poorly made as well, and it's already falling apart. So I wasn't happy, and I would have gone back to the stand, but they were already closed by the time I got to the hotel, so I couldn't do anything about it, and I got ripped off, so I wasn't very happy. So if you do go to any future MCMs and you see bags like this, do not be fooled. They will charge you nearly £20 to £30 a bag, or about £15 to £20 for a small bag. Don't buy them. Do not buy them. By all means, please, because you will get ripped off. And one of my friends, who when I posted on Facebook, said she went back for a refund. She was very rudely talking to, and they refused to refund her, and they only gave her a cheap mug as just an apology. They didn't apologise at all because they were really shit to her about it. So, just a heads up, guys, if you do see lucky bags, always be very wary. Unless they're a really good company like Static Arts or Forbidden Planet or anything like that, just be wary. My fiance also got hit by a similar offer. Basically, there was a stand selling cheap Zavi, My Geek boxes and game crates. He paid a £5 for a Zavi box, which was covered in Marvel and Star Wars and DC. He opened it and he got nothing in it. He basically had a penguin eraser, a comic book called Twisted Dark, which to be fair is a good comic. That was probably one good item out of it. And a phone topper, a headphone jack topper. And that was it for a £5. And the amount that were dumped around MCM was crazy. And some guys actually built a fort, but they had to take it down because of safety reasons. So again, lucky boxes, just be very, very wary. And if they're very light, then be wary. And anyway, just despite me moaning, just on to the couple of other little purchases. Well, not purchases, I should say gifts, I should say, because these are from my best buddy Harriet, who I mentioned earlier. And she gave me this delightful Attack on Titan chibi scarf, which I love and I've been wearing every day with my green coat, because it goes with my badge hat perfectly. So I was really, really happy with that. And then she gave me this, which I was really shocked by, because she knows I'm a massive DBZ fan. And she got me this mug, which she got in one of the boxes, believe it or not, one of the £5 dodgy boxes. And it has a Goku and a Dragon Ball and Super Saiyan Goku on it. So that was a really, really, really nice thing for her to do. So Harriet, if you're watching, thanks, buddy. You really made my expo. So that was really, really sweet of you. And I felt bad that I couldn't give you anything back. So apart from a hug and many, many thank yous for taking pictures of the housing meet. So thanks for that. So that is my expo haul, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will post some pictures. And if you want to post me some pics of your expo haul, go ahead. I love figures and I love looking at nerd stuff. So the next reviews will be the anime crate, which will be Blade, which will be in about 4 weeks time. The next loot crate, I'm not sure what that's going to be. Oh, it's Magic, sorry. So it's going to be Professor Strange, Harry Potter and loads of other magic based sci-fi and geeky stuff. The next box, I think it's Unity. So it's going to be, I think there's going to be some Overwatch stuff in there, and Pokemon, and a couple of other gaming stuff that I will enjoy. And I'm getting Batoyo one more time because I forgot to cancel the payment before, despite the last 2 boxes being a bit crap. But this will be the last Batoyo box. So to start me waffling, I will say a sayonara, peeps, and stay happy.